into the program in a long time, so I know Pivot, but Allay I'm not familiar with.
So Allay is me. So, okay, for everybody here, let me give you guys a demo of Allay. Allay is like having me in your pocket. Is your website, do you have a business website? I'm going to demo this, so I need someone with a website that doesn't have a pop-up, so Allay can actually get into it, and I'll demo it. Huh?
I do have a website.
Okay, fantastic. So, no, I'm going to show you guys Allay. Allay is like literally having me and my brain in your pocket. So let me share my entire screen with you guys. All right. So this is Allay. So click here. You click there so it can start to research your business. So the only thing you have to add into Allay is your name, your company name, and your website. So what is your name?
Nicole.
So we'll just put Nicole, Nichole.
Correct.
Okay. And your company name?
Third Star.
So and that is the number 3, or is it third spelled out?
No, it's the number 3 and then the word star, but the website domain is spelled out. So Third Star.
Okay, Third Star.
Third Star and the word connect and CONNECT.com.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Correct. Yes, I can.
And that's correct. Okay, let me try to zoom in for the people who are here on Instagram. And you guys are going to watch Allay cook. Okay, so the first thing that Allay needs to do is verify that it has the right business. So as you see here, it was scanning. So it says, Third Star Connect appears to be a purpose-driven consulting and services firm focused on connecting creatives, culture makers, and change makers, storytelling systems. This your website? This is you?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so then Allay just simply asks, is this information correct? And all you have to do is type yes. So the only thing you have to do to use Allay, you guys, name, business name, website, is going to verify that's you. The first thing Allay is going to do is going to give you a SWOT analysis of your business. Okay, so SWOT analysis for your business. Your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats for people who don't know what the SWOT analysis is. So it says your strengths, deep commitment to equity and authenticity resonates with purpose-driven clients. Your niche focus with culture makers and change makers. You're multidisciplinary. You have a strong narrative and brand language. Your weaknesses, your brand recognition may be limited outside of close-knit creative or activist circles. You have a heavy reliance on value-based branding, and it can limit your appeal to more traditional sectors. And your website may be dense for new visitors. Some offerings could be clarified further. How does that sound?
That sounds on point. I didn't think that it read like that, but it makes me want to revisit.
So your opportunities, they said there's a growing demand for this, your potential partnerships, development of scalable products, expanding your threat, saturation and creative consultation and social impact spaces, economic shifts could affect clients' budgets and strategies for creative services, and risk of brand dilution if growth efforts stray too far from your mission values, right? Now, we're going to dive into your brand archetype and your target avatars. And RS, this is something that you can do as well using Allay. It'll help you find who your girl is. So the archetype, it's based on Carl Jung's 12 personality types. You guys are familiar with them. You may not have studied them, but they use these in script writing. So you have like the jester. That's the person who's like the joke. You know, that best friend or the sidekick that's funny. You have the lover. That is your like Marilyn Monroe types. You have the ruler. That's like your Marlon Brando types. You have 12 of them in total. Creative, the sage. So you have all of these. So they actually overlaid these and they use these on top of businesses. So what they've done is they've been able to archetype your business, your brand archetype, using that same modality. Okay. So your business is the sage and the creator. The sage seeks truth and understanding that aligns with your consulting and strategic focus. And the creator brand, it thrives on self-expression and innovation. And the creator brand also allows other brands to be creative. Okay. So Lego is a creator brand because it lets people also be creative. Okay. So your target avatars, and they nicknamed them cute little nicknames, you guys. So, the site. So if you guys want to use Allay, Allay is on Shop a Conundrum, and it's my GPT. So if you go to shopaconundrum.com, so your first avatar is Visionary V. So she is an emerging creative leader. Her needs are, she needs strategic clarity, brand identity, and community connection. Her concern: will this process still fully be, let me fully be me, right? Her branding and her coaching, and she needs a branding, coaching, and creative direction. That's what you should be offering to her. And we know how those visionaries are. They are attached to their art, right? And they're like, wait, this don't feel like me. And those are the ones who have to have their hands on everything. Your second is organizer Allay. His role is he does like nonprofits and grassroots sort of things. He's a founder and a leader. He needs systems that support sustainable change and equity. His concern: can this help us grow while staying true to our value? Because he doesn't want to look like one of those fake gimmicky brands. right? He wants to stay true to the core value. He doesn't want to look bought nor sold. Okay, so here's your offer to him: capacity building and equity centered consulting. Then you have change maker Charlie. So this is your corporate DI leader, a culture manager with a conscience. They are looking for authentic partnerships with creative voices and communities. So will this help us make an impact, not just optics? So you have an offer for him. And then healer Hadia, wellness practitioner, spiritual leader in liberation spaces. She needs cohesive storytelling and community engagement. This is the person when you ask them about their business and they cannot never just put it down into 2 sentences or 1 sentence. Okay, they got to tell you everything. All right, so that is what you can help them with. And with Allay from here, you can then explore concerns that each avatar may have and give them powerful responses. You can create new products or services for today's economic landscape. You can find potential partners. You can strengthen your weaknesses and seize opportunities, create an offering for a new demographic, get a tailored marketing strategy. And I love number 3. Number 3 is super, super dope. So from there, you can focus. Is there one of these that you would like to do next since we're just demoing?
Let's see. Let's go with number 3, what you just highlighted, finding potential brands.
Okay, so for everybody who's just tuning in, I want you guys to remember all we did to use Allay to get that information. All she had to do was type in her name, the name of her company, and her website. From there, Allay just verified that this is her business. We just said yes. Allay immediately gave the SWOT analysis, and then it showed her who her brand archetype is and her 4 target avatars, their personalities, their roles, their needs, their concerns, and their ideal offers. And all she had to do was type in her name, her business name, and her website. Now, all we got to do is type the number 3, and you're going to see Allay cook. So what Allay is doing now is, since Allay knows you and it knows your business, it is searching the internet and social media to find a brand or a potential influencer or partner who has synergy with your brand based on your brand archetype, based on your values, based on your vision, based on everything. So here are some potential brands and influencers that you could partner with. Small business influencer is going to give you small, mid-size, and large. So Kindred Creative Collectives. And it also tells you why they're a good fit. That's the dopest part. So it's not just saying, hey, this is a good one for you. Why? So they're a good fit because they're focused on uplifting BIPOC artists and community storytelling through workshops and pop-ups. Then it even tells you about their Instagram, their account. Told you they have 12.4 thousand followers and potential collab, co-host workshop series or art. So then they also gave you creative independent, and this one is powered by Kickstarter. That's cool. They're a good fit because they publish insights from artists and cultural workers with a focus on sustainability and mental health, gives you their information. And then the last one is Afropunk, which we're all familiar with. That's a large one. And it tells you because they're a global brand rooted in this. So which one of these 3 would you like to work with?
The mid-size.
The mid-size? Okay. So guess what? All we have to do is pick 2. So you just type the number 3. Now you just type the number 2. I make these GPTs so they're very low effort on your end. As y'all can see, you don't really have to do nothing. The GPT does all the work for you, okay? So, excellent choice. So now what Allay is doing is Allay has created a collaborative concept, a product or service for you guys to do together, okay? So, collaborative concept, legacy and process, a digital storytelling design series description, a co-created limited edition digital design series spotlighting the BIPOC artists, healers, organizers. Each issue is curated by 3-Star and published through TCI platform, featuring interviews, short essays, and visual storytelling. The goal: center stories of impact while showcasing 3-Star's creative direction and narrative strategy. Bonus: can include companion workshops or live conversations streamed via Kickstarter. Now watch this. It's already created an email for you to send to them. And because it knows their brand, it's written it in a way that will be more palatable for them. Hey, I'm Nicole from 3-Star, creative strategy and system studio rooted in this. I deeply admire this. I'd love to propose a co-created design. I would be honored to curate this with your platform. Would you be open? It also made a DM if you want to reach out casually. And then it even created a press release. If you to start off, if you guys were to go ahead on and actually work together, it'll create the press release for you.
That's excellent.
So look, watch this. Draft the book. All we got to do is press the number 1. Here's your immediate press release. For immediate release, 3-Star and the Creative Independent launch legacy and process, a new design storytelling. Look at this: city, date, month, year, telling all about it. It's even got a quote. Our work is rooted in this, said Nicole. Right? About 3-Star, about the Creative Independent media contact, your information, and then they can make it downloadable. You can expand on this. I don't think it can get much easier than that.
Really can't, because that's some of the stuff that I do, but it takes more time to do it. Let me tell you, I've been following you for about 7 years before the pandemic, like a few years before the pandemic, and you are just excellent. So thank you so much. This is really great. Like, yes.
Thank you. So you guys can see, like, and you guys who are Drum Circle members, you have Allay for free. You go into my GP on when you guys are on the Drum Circle site. So here on the Drum Circle site, let me show you guys. To the left of the screen, you guys can still see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, so right here it says My Custom GPTs, and guess what? You guys have access to these for free. You have Allay, you have Pivot. If you need to make a Gamma Prompt Pro, will help you to make a PowerPoint presentation. And if you need help right now with a job and you want to redo your resume, you can use my tailored resume builder.